Something really smells different about this one. Greetings and welcome to smartwatchtics.com. Inside this box is the world's first smartwatch with a perfume dispenser in it. Really? Yeah. It's really different. It's kind of fun. It's something that you could surprise on people walking into the room and they go, "Wow, I like your scent." Oh, it's my watch, right? We've got a little card, I'll show you that in a minute, that comes with it. And we've got a manual with a little ejector probe on it and the smartwatch coming to us directly from Novamos. Novamos has produced this thing, and it's called the S1. It is literally a perfume smartwatch. If you look at the picture on the side here, you see little holes, and that's where perfume is put in ahead of time, and you wear the watch, and it comes out through there. Got all this stuff blown up for you to show you some of the specifications, and here they are. It is a perfume watch exclusively patented for that purpose. It's a 1.69-inch round color screen, except this one's rectangular at 240 by 280. Physical buttons, you've got a multi-touch, an external button, and precision control, it says. Uses your basic magnetic charging connector, 190 milliamp hour battery, giving you roughly 20 days of standby and about 8 days of continuous use. That's pretty decent for this one. It's got health monitoring, real-time heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, all that's built into it. It's a basic smartwatch. It really is. Multi-sport mode, something like 70 different sports you can do. Really, really sweet. Inside the box now, we've got the watch itself already pre-assembled and ready to go. Really, really nice. You've got basically the dispenser, perfume diffuser on this side. On the back, little film over the sensors for taking your biometrics. 2 pins for the magnetic coupler, removable soft silicone bands, and 1 single button on the side. Then, in the box, you've got a couple of little boxes. When you pull them out, and they're in here really, really tight, you find that in one of them, this one, we have got, wow, okay, I'm just going to pop it out, guys, a charging cable that's sandwiched in here really, really good. Let me get it out for you. There we go. Okay, this is a standard 2-pin connector, as we mentioned before, and it just magnetically couples on here to charge the watch up. Charges really quickly, by the way. Then, in this box, this is where the fun begins. When you open it up, you find you've got a few little goodies in here, and this all has to do with this special patented dispenser, perfume dispenser. Let's get the bottle out of here. Everything is packed really, really tight. So you got a little bottle that you can put your favorite perfume in, and you've got a little nozzle that you can use as a dispenser, or you can pop this thing on it. Use this if you want to go with a longer way of getting the perfume in. Both of those are available to you. And here's another little replacement pad that goes into the watch that absorbs the perfume. I bet you want to see all that, right? Let's do it. Let's talk about this unique capability first. The rest of it's a basic smartwatch, and we'll get to that. This is the diffuser area itself. Now, to begin, you have to twist this puppy and get it to where the little fabric in here, the little cotton absorbing pad is located. And then, like I said, any particular perfume you want, you can drop it from this bottle or whatever you typically use to apply perfume. You're putting it in here. Now, why in the world would you want to do this? A couple of reasons. You have some control over this one. Once you twirl it back, you can come back here to where it covers the section with, there they are, with the holes, and that'll set the diffusion capability, and you can go a little bit further if you want to and actually seal it off so that it's no longer emitting perfume. Try that on your body after you've put too much on, right? You got everything you need right here. You can control it all. The other thing is, oftentimes perfume on the body, I speak like I know, right? I'm a guy, I don't know this stuff. I assume that when you put it on the body, it changes the aroma a little bit when it mixes with your body chemistry. So if you like a particular aroma and you want it to stay that way and not be mixed with the garlic you had last night, this might be the solution, because the pure perfume stays in there. And it's as easy as twirling it to get back into it. Add more. Change it out if you want to, or control the amount of emission of the aroma. Now let's play with... Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you the manual. Then we'll play with the watch. In this card is the manual. And, of course, this little thing is for digging that pad out, so you can change pads to the other one if you want to change scents. You got a user manual in multiple different languages. This uses the Defit app, guys, and this is a QR code to scan to download it. But again, we recommend you download it directly from the Google Play Store, and I've got a link for you in the show notes that will take you directly to that. As you can see, we got some nice color displays of the different screens that you'll see: sleep, heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, weather. Yeah, you can set the weather up in this one, Fahrenheit or centigrade. Remote shutter, and some other basic features with a stopwatch in it. You got alarms that you can set reminders for moving or drinking water, getting to know your device in wet conditions and so forth. You've got environmental conditions, the overall size, and how to get rid of it when you're done. And then we're into other languages. Now, very simple. We simply press and hold the side button, give it a moment, and it vibrates twice and then starts up. And that's the classic opening page that you see with the watch face on it. You can set up the twist the wrist to see the time and all kinds of other functions. You see those from here. You're not supposed to be in the picture. You got do not disturb. This is your brightness control. You can go down as low as really, really low. Look at that. Or all the way up to super bright. And it's nice and bright outside. Very, very good contrast ratio and in terms of illumination on this one. This is a countdown timer area. So if you're going to use this as a reminder in over 1, 3, 5, 10 minutes, you get direct access to that. Remote shutter, if you're going to be taking pictures, you've got a flashlight built into it. Pretty decent brightness. If you're trying to navigate at night, you can do that. And then your overall settings. We jump in here, you're into display. We already showed you brightness. Auto lock is how long the screen will stay on, from as little as 5 to 20 seconds. After, you stop using it. Oh, look at that. I'm not going to show you that yet. We're back in here. Low power mode is available for you to extend that battery life. Vibration, you can turn it off completely so it won't be vibrating, even if you do the Find My Watch type thing. I tried that. You got system, restart, power off, reset the whole watch to factory levels and so forth. Pretty simple, basic stuff. Now, when you come over here to the left, you've got your sporting activities, showing your step count, distance travel, calories burned for the day. Then you get into continuous heart rate, showing you the instantaneous heart rate right now. It just vibrated, saying it can't find me. Okay, if I cover the diodes, of course it will. It's giving you a heart rate reading instantaneous, your max and minimum, and over 24-hour period. It'll show you your continuous heart rate with it restarting at midnight for the next day. Land on this one, it immediately starts doing your blood oxygen using green diodes on this one. The last 7 readings are shown here. Your maximum minimum, give it a few moments and it'll come up with a number. Once it settles down and vibrates again, it'll give you the bar graph, and that's the number it's derived for you. Same thing for blood pressure over here, systolic, diastolic, and it should be starting up. There we go. When you land right on it, it'll do that. Again, it takes us a little while. It's also using green diodes, and it'll give you your reading. And, of course, all this will transfer to the app as well. A nice thing about this is it tells you what screen you're on and shows you the current time. It's a lot of watches you lose track of the time when you land on the face. Now this is almost washed out on the camera. This is shades of purple in here. So I even have the brightness too high, and it's almost at the very bottom. A very bright screen. Just timed itself out. It's showing you a little bit of your breakdown. It shows you restful and light sleep in this case, and more in the app. The black is when I was awake and back to sleep again. So it's covering all of that stuff. When you're paired, and we will do that in a moment, you get your weather conditions over here and a remote music player. There's no speaker in this one, so you're not going to hear music playing out of it, but you can control the music or podcast or whatever that's playing on your phone directly from the watch. Then you got a breathing exercise that lets you breathe in and breathe out. It's telling you how many breaths it'll do per minute, I guess. It's doing a 1 to 8. It's vibrating at the top and the bottom, so you can actually close your eyes and just breathe with the vibration if you want to. And that'll give you moments of relaxation. Then you can get into all of your different exercises, and there's a whole bunch of them. There's no GPS directly in the watch, but if you execute the activity from the Defit app on your phone, it'll track your actual GPS route along with all the data that you're collecting from your sensors here. And then you can add or take away or reorder everything. You've got the messages, if you have any come in, you can see there, but of course you can slide up and get those. Remote shutter, if you're going to be doing this a lot with pictures. A stopwatch, a few other things. There's even some games in here, and you can add separate pages for that as well. Come back to the watch face, press and hold. You can switch to a few different ones. It's mostly oriented for the ladies, because it's mostly the ladies that'll be using the perfume. That was a little race car, though, it looks like. Anyway, you have about 3 of them in here, and then you have custom faces you can add. There's those that you can add your own picture to if you want to. And then there's, of course, lots and lots. I'll show you in the app, lots of other faces that you can download to the watch itself. So we covered all this, and we've covered all of this, and we've covered this. Well, that's where we get to the apps. Okay, and we haven't covered that. And slide out here, you get the side panel with time, date, weather, and the most recently used apps in here. So let's switch now to all of these activities. There's all your sports. We already looked at those, the ones you can get into. Oh, sorry, this is all your, they call it sports, but this is your basic step count. Sleep, heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen. We already saw. Exercise, we already saw. You've got weather, messages. This is where you get to the messages sent from your phone. Since it's not on the slide up, you may want to add a separate card for that if you're going to be using messages. The remote shutter, the stopwatch, it's not continuous running in the background, unfortunately. It resets to 0 when you leave it from live active on the watch itself. You got the alarms, the player, the countdown timers, flashlight. You've seen everything so far except for basically games. You got a 2048, a Thunder Battleship type of a game, and Young Bird, yay, going up and down, playing that one. So a few little games. So this might be really a fun watch for a child to play with as well, and to just kind of play with the perfume thing just for fun. Other is, where did I go? From here. Last thing. Other is, again, now looks like your settings. Everything that we just looked at from before in the settings is called Other on this watch. That's everything for the watch. The knob does not control anything when you twirl it, and when you tap it, it goes off and back on again, and that's its function. Let's take a look at the app. We navigate from the Google Play Store to Defit. This is what the icon looks like when you're hunting on it on your own. When you open Defit, first you install it, open it, create an account, do all of those things, pair it with the watch, you land on the opening page, and this is all of your information that it's collecting for you. I come over here, it's called the H36 as far as the app knows it as, not actually the S1. So you'll be looking for that when it's all being paired together. You start out with your step count. Here's all of your steps throughout the day and your activity so far over the week and your last 7 days' performance and where you rank compared to other people is all listed in here. Days, weeks, or months can be tracked. Last night's sleep information is here, broken down in awake, REM sleep, light sleep, and deep sleep. Here's the ratios of all of those, your overall sleep quality estimated by the app. Then you've got your heart rate information and last 7 days trend, and where you rank against other people in terms of your sleeping habits. Pretty sophisticated. Again, you can compare all that. Heart rate. This is where you currently are, and you can do a measurement. This shows you the last several heart rate readings that you've taken. And I'm running really, really low. Thank goodness for the meds, right? Training. Here's the training analysis. I haven't really been able to use this one. I have done some activities, but this one eludes me. You can learn how to do all of that stuff in that category. Your full day heart rate. This is continuous heart rate, and it's your overall reading. You go into this and you get the chart. It's not giving me readings when I touch it, and it's not giving you any coordinates on the axis, so it's just more a visual thing. But it does show you how many hours you've spent in these different zones, and that's pretty interesting. And then you got blood pressure, systolic over diastolic. Each of these you can take a separate measurement instantly, and it shows you your trend and the date and time when you took those measurements. Same thing for blood oxygen, a little bit about it, the last 7 trends. I presume this is 100%, and they're all almost the same, so you don't see a lot of difference between them. I prefer the scales that go like from 80 to 100, so you have a little bit more variability that you could see some slight differences. Remote measurement, again, can be done directly from within the app. There's nothing that does all of them at once. You have to do them each individually if you want to take them separately. And that's basically it. Now the next tab opens up into a GPS coordinated map of your exact area, and you can start a training activity if you want to from there. And it also has some of the training records that you've done in the past, and I'll just switch over here. I've got a few things, and I'll just show you this one here, which is a zoomed in map. That's my house right there, and this is just walking all around the house in the neighborhood, just so you could see what it looks like. And down below you've got time and pace and calories. It's tracking heart rate data analysis, the zone that you're in, and then your stride and steps and everything. And you can download those screenshots as well. And that's all coming from that basic analysis. And you have all of these per day, and whichever day you're on, you can switch to them. By the way, on foot does not give you a track. It can have walking or GPS walking or GPS on foot. I don't know what that means, but it's not tracking you actually making a path. You have to do walking or running to get that, just for your information. Now the third tab over, we showed you briefly this. This is where we can tell you're connected to it or remove the device. It's a generic picture for a watch. You have all these different watch faces, which are fun. This is one we're currently on. You can edit this particular one and change the background picture if you want to customize it. You have that stock one and another stock one, and then you've got the face gallery. When you come in here now, you really get a nice selection of watch faces. They're very robust, very well thought out and designed. You can only have one active, but you can pick from any of these. There's some great digital ones, even something looks like a newspaper. Some nice analog ones, some full of data, some very simple, very, very strong presence of well-designed watch faces. And this is just in the new category. You go way down, there's seasonal, Thanksgiving, Christmas, they're in right now. And then, of course, you got these other different subcategories of faces. And it takes a little while because they're downloading from the server to populate the screen. But you just tap in on any of them, and you can say apply, and that will transfer them over to the watch. That's all in the watch faces section. Notifications. These are all the different apps you can turn on to get notifications sent from your phone to the watch. Find it, alarms, shutter, self-explanatory. Others, where you can set the times in units and how long it's going to be on. The overall quick view, and you can set period for it. So you don't want it to be active at night. You can control that. You've got music control on it. The overall scene mode, again, that's selectable, and a battery saving mode as well. You can set the location and coordinate temperature system. Continuous heart rate measurements over whatever period you want. The quicker it is in increments, the shorter your battery life will be. But it's got great life on it anyway, so I'm doing it every 5 minutes, but you could go up to every half hour or none at all. If heart rate's not something you want, you can turn it off right there. Reminders to move, heart rate warnings. Ladies, your cycle is all in here. If you put the basic information on it, you'll get notified where you are, and the calendar looks something like that. So you can have period tracking, including probability of pregnancy if you are interested in tracking that. And then you can, of course, reset everything if you want to as well. And that is, other than upgrade, which checks for a firmware upgrade, that's pretty much everything in the overall Defit app for the watch. So I told you it came with a fun little card inside the box. We skipped over that. Let me pull it out now because it wants to say to you, hi, I'm glad you've chosen me to be by your side, giving us a device to get to know each other. And that's kind of fun. A little descriptive for you and an invitation to be more connected. We've got a WhatsApp number, an official email, and a website, Novamos.com, that you can head over to. And the other one is in Espanol. Yeah. So let's talk about this thing. It's a basic smartwatch. It does all of the functions, blood pressure, blood oxygen, all of that. It does heart rate monitoring, and you can do all kinds of step tracking and workout activities, and it pairs to Defit, one of the robust apps out there. Very slim design, good battery life. All in all, it's a decent smartwatch. But its stake to claim, folks, is that little special receptacle right there that allows you to add perfume, literally, to the watch. Inside here is a little pad, looks like this, and at least that chamber is fully waterproof, so it's not leaking into the watch. You simply apply perfume to it. It will absorb it right through here. And then it's got a diffuser that when you switch, and it's a little tricky to twirl it, but when you can, let's see if I can get it going there. There we go. There's off, and then there's the holes. So that's the diffusion holes. The liquid won't be coming out of it, and the aroma will be permeating into the room. So a very unique twist. What do they say? Lovers share the same scent? I don't know, something like that. You could definitely do that with this watch. And the nice thing is, again, perfume applied to your body is there, right? You got to really wash to get the aroma away. With something like this, you can just simply close it if it's too strong, or keep it open, or add to it or change it, and use the dispenser that comes with it by filling it with your favorite perfume, or just use the dispenser if you have one that works with your perfume directly into the watch. Fun, sweet little thing, and it comes to us directly from the manufacturer who's patented this technique, Novamos. It's called the Novamos Perfume Smartwatch S1. Price is about $90, but we should have a coupon discount for you in the show notes. Please use the link down there and the coupon. Drop the price a little bit for you. And a great present for Christmas time. And hey, Valentine's is coming up as around the corner as well. If you're watching this when we're producing it, now's a good time to order. Make sure you have it in time to be giving it to your beloved, to introduce him to a smartwatch with a unique twist to it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you again soon.